One of the most important decisions you will ever make is deciding who deserves your trust. Success is not only shaped by your habits, your attitude, or your goals. It is also shaped by the people you allow into your life. The wrong person can quietly pull you away from your purpose, while the right person can encourage you during difficult seasons and help you become stronger. That is why learning to understand people is not about becoming suspicious of everyone. It is about becoming wise enough to recognize character before giving away your confidence, your time, or your loyalty. Many people make one simple mistake. They believe words before they observe actions. Someone speaks with confidence, makes impressive promises, and says all the right things. It feels convincing. It sounds sincere. But words are easy. Anyone can promise honesty. Anyone can promise commitment. Anyone can promise loyalty. Character is not revealed by promises. Character is revealed by consistent behavior. Pay close attention to what people repeatedly do, not just what they repeatedly say. Every person tells a story through their daily actions. That story is often more honest than anything coming out of their mouth. A person may say they value friendship, but do they stand beside people during difficult times? A person may claim they respect others, but do they speak kindly when someone disagrees with them? A person may promise reliability, but do they keep their commitments when keeping them becomes inconvenient? Actions require effort, words require very little. That is why behavior deserves your attention more than conversation. Think about the people you have admired throughout your life. Chances are you respected them because of what they consistently did. Maybe they always arrived on time. Maybe they kept their promises. Maybe they remained calm during difficult situations. Maybe they treated everyone with kindness, regardless of their position or background. Those qualities are not created in one day. They become visible through repeated actions over time. One of the easiest mistakes to make is confusing charm with character. Some people know exactly how to create a good first impression. They smile warmly, they compliment you, they agree with your opinions. They know how to make you feel important. None of those things are bad by themselves. In fact, kindness is valuable. But first impressions should never become the foundation of trust. Trust should grow slowly because real character takes time to observe. Life gives everyone opportunities to wear a pleasant mask for a short period. Eventually, daily pressure begins removing that mask. Difficult situations reveal attitudes that comfortable situations often hide. That is why patience is such an important part of building relationships. Time reveals what excitement often covers. Notice how someone behaves when things do not go their way. Success does not always reveal character, but failure often does. When someone faces disappointment, do they accept responsibility or do they blame everyone around them? When they receive correction, do they become defensive or do they learn from it? When life becomes difficult, do they continue acting with integrity or do they abandon their values? Pressure has a way of exposing what comfort conceals. Pay attention to small habits because small habits usually reveal larger patterns. If someone lies about little things, they may eventually lie about bigger things. If they constantly make excuses for simple responsibilities, larger responsibilities may receive the same treatment. Character usually develops through daily choices rather than dramatic moments. Many people ignore warning signs because they become emotionally attached too quickly. They see behavior that creates concern, but they convince themselves it will somehow change later. Hope is valuable, but hope should never replace wisdom. Believe what people consistently show you. It is much safer than believing only what you wish were true. Observe how people handle responsibility. Do they finish what they begin? Do they respect deadlines? Do they honor commitments without needing constant reminders, responsible people usually carry that quality into every area of life. Irresponsible habits rarely remain limited to only one situation. Listen carefully, but watch even more carefully. Notice whether someone's actions remain the same when no reward is involved. Anyone can behave well when they expect recognition. Anyone can appear generous when people are watching. True character becomes visible when there is no audience and no immediate benefit. Integrity is choosing the right action even when nobody notices. Another valuable lesson is to pay attention to how people speak about those who are not present. Someone who constantly criticizes others behind their backs may eventually speak about you the same way. Respect is not something that appears only in face-to-face conversations. Respect continues even after someone leaves the room. Your own emotions can sometimes make observation difficult. Excitement often causes people to overlook important details. Whether it is a new friendship, a business partnership, or a personal relationship, emotions naturally want quick certainty. Wisdom chooses patience. There is no prize for trusting someone too quickly. Many painful experiences could have been avoided if people had simply given themselves more time to observe behavior. Time is one of the greatest tests of sincerity because maintaining honesty requires consistency. Pretending becomes exhausting. Eventually, people reveal who they truly are. Notice how someone responds when they make a mistake. Everyone makes mistakes. That is part of being human. Character is revealed by what happens afterward. Honest people admit their errors. They apologize sincerely. They try to improve. People with weak character often deny responsibility, shift blame, or create excuses that protect their pride instead of protecting the truth. Humility is one of the strongest signs of maturity. Watch how someone handles success as well. Some people become arrogant the moment life begins going well. They stop appreciating others. They believe they deserve special treatment. They forget the people who supported them during difficult seasons. Success should strengthen gratitude, not kindness that depends on circumstances is not true kindness. Pay attention to consistency in everyday conversations. Does someone change their personality depending on who they are talking to? Are they respectful toward one person but dismissive toward another? Do they speak differently depending on who has influence? Consistency creates trust because you know what kind of person you're dealing with, regardless of the situation. Character is steady. There will always be moments when someone disappoints you. One mistake alone should not define a person. Everyone deserves grace because nobody lives perfectly. The important difference is whether that mistake becomes a pattern. Repeated behavior deserves your attention because repeated behavior often reflects true priorities. People reveal what matters most to them by where they consistently invest their time, energy, and effort. Do not become impressed too quickly by appearance, confidence, expensive possessions, or smooth conversation. None of those things guarantee honesty. Some of the most trustworthy people live quiet lives without seeking attention. Their strength is visible in their reliability rather than their reputation. One of the greatest gifts you can develop is emotional patience. It protects your heart from unnecessary disappointment. It allows wisdom to guide relationships instead of excitement alone. Strong relationships are not built in a few days. They are built through many moments where actions repeatedly confirm trustworthiness. Become the kind of observer who notices patterns instead of isolated moments. Patterns tell the truth. Your own actions also matter. While learning to understand others, continue becoming someone whose behavior matches your words. Keep your promises. Arrive when you say you will. Speak honestly even when honesty feels uncomfortable. Treat people with fairness whether they can help you or not. The character you seek in others should first become visible in your own life. The world does not need more impressive talkers. It needs more dependable people. It needs people whose actions create confidence instead of confusion. It needs people whose behavior brings peace rather than uncertainty. When you develop the habit of observing actions before offering trust, your decisions become wiser, your relationships become healthier, your disappointments become fewer because you stop giving your confidence away based on promises alone. Instead, you build trust on something much stronger. You build it on consistent behavior, proven integrity, and daily choices that reveal genuine character. Never rush this process. Time is your friend. Patience is your protection. Quiet observation often reveals what endless conversation never will. Those who master this habit avoid many unnecessary struggles and surround themselves with people whose actions continue proving that their words can truly be trusted. One of the clearest ways to understand a person's character is to watch how they treat people who cannot give them anything in return. This lesson has protected many people from disappointment, broken partnerships, and painful relationships. Most people know how to be polite when they want something. They smile at the person who can help their career. They show respect to someone with influence. They become generous when they expect a reward. None of that tells you very much about who they really are. Character becomes much easier to see when there is nothing to gain. Pay attention to how someone speaks to a waiter, a cleaner, a security guard, a delivery driver, or a cashier. Notice whether they say thank you. Notice whether they show patience when something goes wrong. Notice whether they believe every person deserves respect, regardless of their position. These small moments reveal values that no speech can hide. A truly successful person understands one simple truth: every human being deserves dignity. Respect should never depend on a person's job title, income, education, or social status. It should come from recognizing that every individual has value. When someone only treats important people well, they are not showing kindness. They are showing strategy. There is a big difference between kindness and convenience. Many people become impressed by confidence, expensive clothes, or polished conversation. Those things may catch your attention for a moment, but they should never become the reason you trust someone. Watch what happens when nobody important is watching. Observe how they behave during ordinary moments. That is where real character begins to appear. Some people believe they are too important to show basic courtesy. They interrupt others. They ignore greetings. They become impatient over small delays. They act as though the world exists to serve them. These behaviors may seem small, but they often grow into much larger problems inside close relationships and business partnerships. A person who lacks respect for strangers will eventually struggle to maintain respect for people close to them as well. Think about the people who have made a lasting positive impact on your life. Chances are they did not treat you well because they expected something from you. They treated you well because kindness was already part of who they were. Whether they were speaking with a child, an elderly neighbor, or a successful business owner, their attitude remained the same. That kind of consistency cannot be faked forever. Respect is a habit. When respect becomes part of your character, you do not have to think about when to use it. It naturally appears in every conversation. You listen without interrupting. You remain patient when someone needs extra time. You avoid embarrassing others simply to make yourself look better. These habits may seem ordinary, but they build extraordinary relationships over time. Notice how someone reacts when another person makes a mistake. Do they immediately become harsh and insulting, or do they remain calm and helpful? Everyone makes mistakes. The way we respond to those mistakes reveals the condition of our own character. Kind people understand that one mistake does not erase a person's worth. Watch how someone handles people who disagree with them. Respect is easy when everyone shares the same opinion. Maturity becomes visible when opinions are different. Someone with strong character can disagree without becoming disrespectful. They do not need to insult someone to feel intelligent. They do not attack another person's value simply because they hold a different view. Emotional control often reveals moral strength. Pay attention to generosity as quiet. Some people only help others when cameras are recording or when they know they will receive praise. Others help because they genuinely care. They expect nothing in return. They simply believe helping people is the right thing to do. That kind of generosity creates trust because it comes from sincere values rather than public attention. Another valuable habit is observing how people speak about those who are struggling. Some individuals enjoy making others feel small. They laugh at failure. They criticize weakness. They judge people without understanding their circumstances. Compassion rarely exists where pride becomes the highest priority. Strong people do not become stronger by making others feel weaker. Life changes quickly. Today's successful person may face tomorrow's hardship. Today's beginner may become tomorrow's leader. The way you treat people during ordinary moments often determines who will gladly stand beside you when difficult seasons arrive. Never underestimate saying thank you, listening carefully, keeping your word, apologizing sincerely, and showing appreciation costs nothing, yet they create tremendous value. These habits demonstrate that someone understands respect at a deeper level. Watch how someone behaves when nobody can reward them for doing the right thing. There are moments when people reveal themselves without realizing it. Maybe they become impatient because service is slower than expected. Maybe they complain loudly over something minor. Maybe they ignore someone simply because they believe that person has nothing valuable to offer. These moments deserve your attention because they happen naturally without preparation. Character is easiest to observe when people stop trying to impress others. Some individuals constantly evaluate people based on what they can receive. Every friendship becomes an opportunity. Every conversation becomes a transaction. Every relationship becomes a calculation. They remain close only while benefits continue. Once the benefits disappear, so does their loyalty. Healthy relationships cannot. The strongest relationships are built on mutual respect, honesty, and genuine care rather than personal advantage. Notice whether someone celebrates other people's success. Jealousy often hides behind polite words. A person with secure character can sincerely congratulate others without feeling threatened. They understand that another person's progress does not reduce their own opportunities. An insecure person often struggles to support someone else's growth. Gratitude also reveals character. People who appreciate small acts of kindness usually appreciate larger blessings as well. They recognize effort. They acknowledge support. They never assume the world owes them everything. Entitlements pushes people away. Gratitude draws people closer. One important lesson many people learn too late is this: the way someone treats people beneath them today often becomes the way they treat everyone tomorrow. Pride rarely stays limited to one situation. It slowly expands until it influences every relationship. That is why humility remains one of the greatest strengths a person can develop. You should also examine your own behavior with the same honesty. Do you show equal respect to everyone you meet? Do you remain patient when someone cannot immediately help you? Do you value people for who they are instead of what they own? Becoming wise is not only about evaluating others, it is also about improving yourself. Become the kind of person whose kindness never depends on another person's status. Every day presents opportunities to practice this principle. Smile at the receptionist. Thank the delivery driver. Speak respectfully to someone serving your meal. Listen carefully when someone less experienced shares an idea. Encourage the person who feels. These small actions strengthen your own character while also revealing the character of those around you. Success without kindness becomes empty. Wealth without respect creates loneliness. Power without humility eventually destroys trust. The people who leave the greatest impact on the world are rarely remembered because they demanded attention. They are remembered because they gave respect freely, treated people fairly, and remained consistent regardless of circumstances. As you move through life, slow down enough to notice these everyday moments. They may appear ordinary, but they quietly reveal extraordinary truths about the people around you. Before offering your trust, observe how someone behaves when there is no audience, no reward, and no personal advantage waiting at the end. Those moments often tell you more than years of impressive conversation ever could. But when you build relationships with people who naturally respect everyone, your life becomes richer, your friendships become deeper, your your peace becomes greater, because you are surrounding yourself with individuals whose character remains steady, whether they stand before a crowd or speak with one unnoticed person. That is the kind of character worth trusting, following, and becoming yourself. Character is never proven in a single day. It is revealed through consistency. This is one of the greatest lessons you can learn if you want to protect your future from disappointment. Many people are impressed by one good conversation, one kind gesture, or one exciting first impression. Those moments may feel convincing, but they are only moments. Real character is discovered by watching what someone does again and again. Time has a way of removing appearances and revealing reality. Anyone can behave well for a short period. A person can be patient for one afternoon. They can be generous for one occasion. They can be polite during one meeting. That does not tell you who they truly are. The real question is much deeper. Can they remain honest when honesty becomes difficult? Can they remain respectful when they are frustrated? Can they continue keeping their promises after the excitement fades? Consistency answers those questions far better than words ever will. One good decision does not define a person's character, just as one mistake does not define it either. Human beings are imperfect. Everyone has difficult days. Everyone becomes tired. Everyone occasionally says something they wish they could take back. Wisdom does not judge someone based on one isolated moment. Wisdom watches for patterns. Patterns rarely lie. If someone repeatedly arrives late, that pattern deserves attention. If they regularly cancel plans without good reason, that pattern deserves attention. If they continue making promises they never keep, that pattern deserves attention. Excuses may sound convincing for a while, but repeated behavior eventually becomes the truth you cannot ignore. Many people get hurt because they keep believing promises instead of recognizing patterns. They continue saying, "Maybe next time will be different." Sometimes, people truly do change, but genuine change is always followed by consistent action. Real improvement is visible. It does not remain hidden. When someone has truly changed, you no longer need endless explanations. Their daily behavior begins speaking for them. Think about the people you trust the most. Why do you trust them? It is probably not because they made one impressive promise years ago. You trust them because they have repeatedly shown honesty. They have repeatedly kept their word. They have repeatedly been there during important moments. Trust grows through repeated experiences, not emotional excitement. That is why patience is such an important quality. Patience allows you to observe consistency before making important decisions. It protects your heart from rushing toward people who have not yet earned your confidence. Life has a way of testing everyone. Difficult situations eventually arrive. Pressure increases. Unexpected problems appear. During those seasons, temporary behavior disappears and lasting character becomes visible. Some people remain dependable. Others completely change. That is why time is one of the greatest teachers you will ever have. Notice how someone handles responsibility over long periods of time. Do they finish what they begin? Do they remain committed after the excitement wears off? Starting something is easy. Continuing requires discipline. Many people are full of energy in the beginning. They speak passionately about new goals. They make big promises. They announce exciting plans. A few weeks later, their enthusiasm disappears. Their actions no longer match their words. Consistency is often more valuable than intensity. Small, disciplined actions repeated every day create stronger character than occasional moments of great effort. Observe whether someone's values remain steady when circumstances change. It is easy to be honest when honesty costs nothing. It becomes much harder when honesty requires sacrifice. It is easy to remain patient during peaceful days. It becomes much more meaningful during stressful ones. Character is revealed when values remain steady despite changing conditions. Watch how people behave when they become successful. Success often changes individuals who never develop strong values. Some become proud. Some become careless. Some begin believing they no longer need the people who supported them during difficult times. On the other hand, people with genuine character become even more grateful as their success grows. They continue showing respect. They remain humble. They never forget where they started. Success reveals what was already inside. The same lesson applies during failure. Some people lose hope after one disappointment. Others continue working with quiet determination. Their circumstances change, but their attitude remains steady. That kind of consistency builds confidence because you know they will not disappear when life becomes difficult. Another important area to observe is emotional consistency. Does someone's mood completely control their behavior? Are they kind one day and harsh the next for no clear reason? Do you constantly wonder which version of them you will meet? Emotional stability creates security in relationships. People feel safe around individuals whose character remains dependable regardless of temporary emotions. Notice whether someone speaks about values but lives differently. Many people know the right words. They understand honesty, kindness, discipline, and responsibility because they have heard those ideas many times. Speaking about values is easy. Living them every day is much harder. Never confuse knowledge with character. Character appears when values become daily habits. Pay attention to the little promises. If someone says they will call you tomorrow, do they call? If they promise to complete a simple task, do they complete it? If they borrow something, do they return it? Small promises prepare people. Someone who cannot consistently manage small responsibilities may struggle even more with bigger ones. This principle also applies to your own life. Ask yourself difficult questions. Are your words consistent with your actions? Do people know they can rely on you? Do you keep your commitments even when nobody reminds you? Becoming trustworthy begins by examining your own habits before evaluating someone else's. The world always needs more dependable people. Dependability creates opportunities that talent alone cannot provide. Employers value it. Families depend on it. Friendships grow stronger because of it. Business partnerships succeed because of it. Communities become healthier because of it. Consistency may not receive loud applause, but it quietly builds lasting respect. Avoid making important decisions. Whether choosing close friends, business partners, or people you allow into your inner circle, give yourself enough time to observe repeated behavior. Excitement often rushes. Wisdom waits. There is no danger in taking time before giving trust. The greater danger is giving trust before it has been earned. Some people become frustrated because they feel they are always disappointed by others. Often the real problem is not that trustworthy people no longer exist, that the sex goal exists. The problem is that they keep ignoring repeated warning signs while focusing only on hopeful words. Train yourself to notice habits instead of isolated moments. Habits reveal direction. Patterns reveal priorities. Consistency reveals character. There will always be people who make mistakes, apologize sincerely, and improve. Give room for growth because everyone needs it. At the same time, do not ignore repeated behavior simply because you wish the outcome were different. Wisdom balances grace with discernment. You can forgive someone without immediately restoring complete trust. Trust should always grow at the speed of proven consistency. As the years pass, you will discover something valuable. The people who bring the greatest peace into your life are usually not the loudest, the most impressive, or the most entertaining. They are often the most dependable. Their words and actions agree. Their promises become reality. Their values remain steady whether life is easy or difficult. Those people become rare treasures. Become one of them. Live in such a way that people never have to wonder whether your word means something. Keep showing up. Keep doing what is right. Keep honoring your commitments even when nobody is watching. Keep choosing integrity over convenience. Eventually, your reputation will no longer be built on what you say about yourself. It will be built on years of consistent actions that quietly speak for you. That kind of character cannot be purchased. It cannot be borrowed. It cannot be created overnight. It is earned one ordinary day at a time, one honest decision at a time, one kept promise at a time. And when people see that consistency in your life, they will not need convincing words to trust you. Your actions will already have told them everything they need to know.